Conor, my tap out.
It hurt.
Conor, did you quit, you little bitch?
Yes, it hurt.
Floyd better hope he don't run into Conor on the street. Let me tell you what, Conor, not only will Conor kick his ass, he'll kick the shit out of every one of his security guards too. So, 100%. 100%. I would love to be there when Floyd tries to slap Conor McGregor.
Well, he is scared shitless. If I decide to just fight him straight up, fuck the UFC, fuck MMA, fuck boxing, fuck sports fighting. Let's just say we fight. It'd be the easiest fight, you know what I'm saying? It'd be the easiest fight ever.
Dana White, I like Dana White. I don't have anything against him. But I can remember Dana White used to hang around me and Jeff Mayweather and carry my bags.
Yes.
I remember Dana White, you know, I remember you used to carry my bags. I remember Dana White, I showed you love.
You did.
You had the little Bullenbizer patch I wore on my trunks for you, Dana. I've always been good to you. But then all of a sudden he cut his head bald, and he's such a tough guy. He's such a tough guy.
49-0, never been knocked down, never been knocked out.
I know every single shot he's been hit with. I know every single shot he's been hurt with. I know southpaws have caused him a hell of a lot of trouble. I know everything.
I'm fucking McGregor up too. What punk ass McGregor? I'm gonna slap McGregor. I'm gonna slap the shit out of McGregor when I see him.
That's what he said. He said on his...
I promise you, Floyd, you will never try to walk up and slap Conor McGregor, and you know it too.
I get a phone call. Hey, Conor, you're fighting a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Okay. Hey, Conor, you're fighting a Taekwondo black belt. Okay. Hey, Conor, you're fighting a UFC world champion. Okay. Hey, Conor, you're fighting boxing's pound for pound #1. Okay. It's another day for me. I get a phone call. I get the style of the opponent, the way he fights, and then I prepare to fight him. It's another fucking day for me. So that's it.
Conor McGregor's a bitch!
It starts
sitting in the house. Floyd offers 15 million.
Yes.
Then Dana offers 25 million. I'm sitting in my house watching the millions go up. Like, this is all right. This is all right.
Right.
How are you, buddy? So listen, everyone's talking around the big news. Dana White made an offer. 25 million to you, 25 million to Conor, and a part of the pay-per-view buys.
You a fucking comedian.
How do you respond to that?
You a fucking comedian.
No deal.
I'm thinking about it. Look at my watch I bought. Look at that Hublot. Get that Hublot. Get that watch. Get that Hublot.
That is a nice watch.
You know how much that is?
That is insane.
You know how much that costs?
How much?
Look it up.
Was that you that got Floyd when he said he's going to slap Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
Oh my God, let me tell you what. You interviewed Floyd, right?
I have.
You had to aim the camera down here, right? Floyd's about this tall, okay? His hands are like peanut brittle. He has to wrap them 1,000,000 times so he doesn't break his hands.
I don't want to talk to Dana White. Remember, Dana White, he was a player, he was a boss, but he was a small boss. You know, the big bosses were the Fertittas.
Yeah.
But then Fertittas choose to sell the UFC, so Dana is just an employee.
Let me tell you what. That fight will happen before Floyd walks up and tries to slap Conor. I promise you that too. He'll kick his head to another planet, and then he'll murder every one of his security guards.
He says you're not the A side, you're the scared side. Your response to that?
Well, we'll just see. We know I'm the A side. Of course, you know, it shows throughout the years. So many record-breaking numbers that we have done, me and my team. So we'll just see what the future holds. Hopefully, we can make the fight happen.
First of all, Floyd thinks he's so much bigger than Conor. He's wrong. Listen, Floyd's gone undefeated for 20 years. I give him all the credit in the world for doing that. But for him, Conor's been around for 3 or 4 years. For him to think that he's a much bigger star than Conor isn't true. And I'm not gonna pay him way more money than I'm gonna pay my guy.
What would you like for it? Can you give us a number? 100 million, 200 million? What do you think is fair for you? Because he continues to say that he's the A side, right? So you need to kind of come a little lower. What would you like? Tell us your terms.
He's the scared side. Let's be honest. He's not trying to have a real fight. He needs rules to protect him. I don't need rules. So he can say he's this and he's that, but in reality, he's scared shitless.
Let me tell you what, we all know $25 million isn't peanuts, and so does he. You know, he's hanging his watch out the window. His watch is the problem, okay? When you're wearing a watch that's $250,000, You're going to need 25 million real quick, pal. Real quick. And hey, Floyd, taxes are coming up too, buddy.
They're not on my level. They are not on my level. Roger Mayweather, I know saying fuck the Mayweathers, but Roger said most people don't know shit about boxing. Well, Conor McGregor says most people don't know shit about fighting. Trust me, I don't care what rule set it's under. Most people don't know shit about fighting. I'm gonna teach him about true fighting. And that's it. I land one on the dome, anywhere on the dome. He's gonna know about it.
We are here in Dublin, Ireland, with the notorious Conor McGregor. We've got some questions to ask you, so let's fire away with them. Josh Bennett asks, can you talk us through your training regime in the lead up to this fight?
Yeah, I'm training. You know, the last fight I trained very specific. 6 foot plus southpaws in the middleweight to light heavyweight range. That's who I trained with for the last contest. So this one, we've gone back to 5'7", stocky, stuffed wrestlers with mediocre boxing. That's the opponent I'm going up against. But we've got solid boxers, we've got solid wrestlers, we've got that is a body type that's very easily found. I mean, I've been facing this opponent, this new opponent, the body type, the attacks. I've been facing that style my whole life, so it's like it's easy, really. It's a lot better for me. You know what I mean? It's handy. You don't got to source out these taller, bigger. They've got to be southpaws also. They've got to react certain ways. There's a million opponents, or there's a million training partners that replicate this next opponent's style. So I'm very happy with it. We've been preparing intelligent. We've continued on the cardiovascular training that I've been doing, and we've been monitoring that very closely. Now that my body fat is dropping, I'm getting a lot leaner. Again, making 155 before it was 170. I was stuffing my face to get to 168. So now at 155, I'm shredding out nicely, and I find that my VO2 max has improved significantly, very much so. I'm feeling good.
Kia Watson asks, stylistically, what kind of threats does Eddie Alvarez pose?
You know, I don't think he poses any threat. I don't believe. You know, he's tough. He's a tough kid. Yeah, he's got some good fights under his belt, good experience. So I'm expecting him to come in and fight with his heart, but I don't see it going well for him. I feel he'll be unconscious. So.
Got a question from Ben Humphreys here. He says, when doing your psychological warfare, do you think there's anything that's disrespectful to say?
You know, this is the fight business. I'm not going out thinking psychological warfare when I enter out there. You know, that last press conference, I wanted to go out a little bit different even. I walked in happy, positivity, you know what I mean? I'm set for life. I am set for life. My family will never go hungry. So,
Conor, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
History is already going to be made by having UFC in New York. You have the chance to make another bit of history by becoming a consecutive 2-division world champion in the UFC. What does that mean to you? Once again.
It's a very exciting time for me. It's motivating. It's what pushed me on. You know, I only came through a hell of a fight not too long ago. This monumental occasion, this historic event, and then of course the opportunity to capture the 2 world titles kept me going. So I'm very happy, very honoured to be here, and I look forward to it. I'm in phenomenal shape, in body and mind, and I'm ready to go and do it.
It was a very different build-up. Last time you were looking to avenge a loss in a weight class above your own. This time it's all about back to what looks like possibly the best weight class for you. You've already been Cage Warriors champion at lightweight. You have to cut a lot for featherweight. You've got to eat a lot for welterweight. Do you feel physically at your best at 155 pounds?
You know, wherever I sign that dotted line, I feel physically at my best. But I mean, my coaches believe 155 is perfect for me, and I feel good. But I feel good at 145 too, as is evidenced by what I've done at that division. I'm the world champion at 145 pounds. So, but I look forward to going in here at 155 pounds and showing the world me at 155. So the UFC has not seen that yet, so I look forward to it. I feel very, very confident. The opponent, he doesn't come into the equation in my mind. In my mind, he doesn't stand a chance, so I'm going to go out and put on a show.
Obviously, you were due to make history by fighting Rafael dos Anjos. That didn't happen, and now you fight Eddie. Is Eddie an easier route to history? I think that's something your coach, Kavanagh, said.
I think they're very similar. I think they're all the same. They're all, you know, even looking at the contenders that fought last week, like they're not, I almost feel like upset that they're even being mentioned.
You're talking about Tony Ferguson?
Everyone, all of them. They're all way, way down. Like I look at these fights and I realise why the game has never broke into that next level before, because nobody's at that next level. I'm the only one at that next level. So I look forward to going out and showing what I know, that these people do not stand a chance.
Eddie is the guy you've got to get past though. He does hold that lightweight belt. Like yourself, he's been a champion in another division as well. Is there anything you do respect about him?
He's tough. He's a tough guy. He's been around the block, he's fought many times. I've looked at some contests, I haven't looked at much, but the ones I look, he gets hurt badly and soldiers on. So you can do nothing but respect that. But it will not be enough in there. I feel he's too easily hit, and I'm the hit man, so.
Did you ever have a doubt about the Diaz rematch?
You know, I wouldn't have taken it. You know, I was confident from the first fight. I felt I had it in the bag. I made some errors in preparation and errors in the fight, and of course you have doubts occasionally throughout camp. You know, as the time went by, and he was getting bigger as well. They can knock the hell they want, but he didn't have to make 155, so he was eating a lot more. So he got bigger. So I was thinking in my head, maybe I should have just had it at the 155. But I was very confident the whole way through. Again, my preparation was impeccable. It was very different than I'd ever done before.
You transformed your camp, didn't you?
I became a different competitor in everything, and that was it. I was confident going in that I would get it done.
Previously to Diaz, you didn't train specifically for an opponent, and then for Diaz, you knew he was going to turn up, so you did. Have you trained specifically for Eddie?
Yeah, I've trained specific, but you know, they're very similar. Not Diaz and Alvarez, but Alvarez and everyone else. It's a very similar style, that stocky, shoot a double, push forward style, no smoothness. So it was more of the same from the Diaz fight. It was more focused solely on the opponent, but not as much, so to speak, because it's easy to find a 5'6" orthodox sloppy boxer, and it's easy to find a wrestler, and you know, these are.
So the wrestling's not something that you're specifically focusing on?
I'm just continuing to train, and obviously wrestling has been a factor, but it always was. You know, it was probably